A future Olympian on the court, but SCOTUS had a plan. How did the Shamrocks shut down Jordan Larson and claim perfection with one last sweep? This is a Nebraska High School Classic. Welcome back to Nebraska High School Classics. I'm Larry Putney. In this episode, we turn the clock back to 2003 for a state final that featured a future Olympian in Jordan Larson. But in that Class C1 championship, it was Columbus SCOTUS who took center stage, sweeping Logan View in straight sets to finish a perfect 29-0 season and win their 8th straight title by shutting down one of the game's brightest young stars. Here now with me is my broadcast partner, Kathy Wieskamp, who was courtside for that state championship game. You know, SCOTUS nearly unbeatable during the stretch. John Peterson, he had a machine running there. Just talk about their performance in this final.
I mean, they came out in this final. First of all, again, they're confident, consistent, very disciplined team. And so as they came out, they really, you saw it, their ball handling, their defense really stands out. And those things really can control a match. But also, I think their strategy. They came out, had a game plan. I mean, they knew they were going up against Jordan Larson, who was a phenomenal player and very well respected. And so Columbus SCOTUS just does what they do. You know, they came out, were consistent, disciplined, stuck with their game plan, were poised and consistent through it. But again, they're a team that believes in themselves, and you could see that in their play.
Yeah, when you have a style of play, you never want to deviate from that style of play regardless who you're playing. But what did they do, you know, strategically or from a strategy perspective to shut down Jordan?
Well, I think they really tried to control and limit her opportunities to touch the ball, because when she has the hand in it, she's going to do great things. And so they served very aggressively, and I think controlled them and made it difficult in serve receive, kept them out of system more often. And they also focused in. They knew she was going to get the ball. They had blockers up. Their defense was in place, and they did some things like that gave themselves a chance. They also knew she was going to get big shots and, you know, big kills and make big plays. They didn't let that, bother them. They moved on to the next play and then focused in on what they could do to control the next play. And this was before rally score, so this was, you had to serve inside out to score. Yeah. So again, you can be risky a little bit more in that situation because maybe it's just a side out versus a point given. And so I think they were very aggressive and went after it.
You know, I think John Peterson did such a great job of developing volleyball players and helping them be passionate about volleyball. And we've seen so many move down to Lincoln and live in Lincoln. You hear from people who will tell you, I played on those Columbus SCOTUS teams. Like, they're very proud of that. That culture that he created really led to this being one of his, you know, the better teams. How would you compare this to some of the other teams, you know, in C1 that won state titles?
I think they're one of the best. Yeah. I truly do. And again, as you mentioned, John Peterson, an outstanding coach, and he created that culture, and it was a culture that extended down to elementary and the entire community. And so they really believed in him, trusted him, and he continued to push them too. You know, they were already strong, but he didn't let, you know, get stagnant or just say, that's okay. He kept pushing that level of play, and they were open to that. And again, proud of that, and again, loved playing for him and playing that type of game and that kind of culture.
How do dynasties like this one help elevate the sport in this state?
Well, I think they push the envelope. I mean, they keep everybody pushing for that next level. I mean, this is a team that year in, year out, and your goal is, okay, Columbus SCOTUS is going to be in the finals. Who gets to have the chance, you know, to go after them? And so they're trying to find ways to, again, beat this team or, again, move their program to that next level. And I think the unique thing about the state of Nebraska, and John Peterson, and I would say, is one of those people, he wasn't a person to keep that to himself. Coaches shared. They kept pushing the level of play, not only in their program, but in the state. And again, not wanting that selfishly, but again, for the state, because that only kept them moving to the next. And they were always learners, I think, consistently looking to be better. And I think teams like this make everybody else keep moving forward, keep asking the questions, keep trying to learn. And then the state is playing at such a high level.
Yeah. This run by Logan View obviously was led by Jordan Larson. What does this do? What did this do to her legacy? Because if not for Jordan Larson, right? I mean.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the big thing that maybe stands out to me is, again, she was a fearless competitor, love this game. She's from a small community. I mean, it didn't matter, and she had a dream, and she knew it early on, was passionate about it, and was willing to work for it, whatever I needed to do to push to that next level, to get it done for my team. And again, we saw that later on in her career too. I mean, willing her team. We talked about her going on at Nebraska, maybe that 2006 national championship, willing them to that win and that championship title. I mean, she just turns it up a notch, and she's just a phenomenal player. And again, we've seen that, through her career.
It was really fun going back and reviewing this one and seeing you and Kevin Cooper 22 years ago.
Younger.
Kathy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, back when the games were played at Pershing, SCOTUS came in at 28-0. They were the favorite over Loganview at 25-2. Started off with the ace right away. And here is Jordan Larson. And boy, did she play a prominent role in this one for Loganview, but facing just a really tough Shamrock squad. In fact, this Columbus SCOTUS team, not only did they go on to win a state championship here, but they did not lose a set for 2 consecutive years. I mean, it's remarkable. This is back in the side-out era when they played to 15. There's Jordan Larson again with another kill for the Raiders. Here is set point for SCOTUS. As there's another kill from Jordan Larson with the offhand. 15-3 was the score in set number 1. SCOTUS ends up winning it. Larson pulled inside, and another kill there for Jordan Larson. She led the way for the Raiders of Loganview, but that big block there by Mandy Schumacher. Jamie Tooley with the block. One more look at it. And then the ace for Van Akron. Nikki Van Akron with the ace. Jordan Larson here with another kill. But really, it was just a little too much Shamrocks in this one. John Peterson looking for his 10th overall state championship for Columbus SCOTUS. Tipped at the net and the kill. And at 12-3, you see Larson's serve was still dynamic back in high school. And here is match point, and that does it. As SCOTUS wins the state championship, and again, 2 consecutive years, John Peterson did not lose a set. It was the 10th state championship. Shutting down a future Olympian and finishing a perfect season, Columbus SCOTUS left no doubt as their dynasty on the court continued. If you love this one, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and explore more episodes of Nebraska High School Classics. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.